Hello, Manoj sir.
Hi, good morning. I am Manoj. So today's session will be dedicated for introduction to S4 HANA. So here I will discuss what are the things we should know before going to join any implementation project, whether it is Greenfield implementation, Brownfield, Bluefield implementation, or any support project. Suppose we are working in SAP, we are working as a SAP SD consultant, or we are taking training. After training, we will be allocated into some projects. So, what are the knowledge related to S4 HANA we have to acquire before going to join some projects? Sometimes, even if we are having zero knowledge, after ECC training, after ECC training, we can handle support project. But when we'll go for any greenfield implementation or brownfield implementation project, means conversion project, migration from ECC to S4 HANA project, definitely we have to have some in-depth knowledge on configuration and migration part. Okay, so before going to start our session, let's introduce myself. So I am Manoj. I have 15 plus years of experience. And if we talk about S4 HANA implementation, I have completed end-to-end S4 HANA implementation around 9 to 10 projects. So we faced different challenges in our implementation project that I will share with you, so that without any external support, after this training you can work in implementation project, either it is greenfield implementation or brownfield implementation, that is migration project. Okay, so let's share my screen. Can you able to see my screen?
Yes. Yeah, we can see your screen.
Okay. So S4 HANA implementation project, S4 HANA simple logistic introduction. So let's see. So what would be your expectation after this training? After this training, we can work on greenfield implementation project. We can work on brownfield implementation project, or we can work on support project related to S4 HANA. Okay. So nowadays, requirement is what? If we know S4 HANA, then that is an added advantages to get into the project and easy to get into the job, because even if guys are having good experience on SAP SD, they're not having much in-depth knowledge on S4HANA. So because whenever we are taking training, every day we are taking training. So whenever we are going into S4HANA, they are not having implementation knowledge. They have gone through some documents or gone through some training, but that is not enough to work in greenfield implementation project or brownfield implementation project. Here, very important part is brownfield implementation project. That is migration project, conversion project from ECC to S4 HANA. Even if you will go for any training, many challenges are there to learn end-to-end brownfield migration project. Why? Why I'll tell you. We need proper setup of ECC server which can support to go for the migration. First thing. Second thing, as a functional trainer or functional consultant, that is not enough to go further provide training for migration, because here we are having tightly we are having very good integration with technical consultant. We are having two types of migration are there. Okay, one is functional migration and technical migration. When we'll configure all the setup, when we'll do configuration for brownfield implementation, means your migration project, we have to do our configuration. We have to complete our pre-migration configuration. After pre-migration configuration, we can convert our customer master to business partner. We can convert vendor master to business partner. Thereafter, what we'll do, we'll hand over the server to technical consultant, means ABAP and basis. They will do the technical migration. Thereafter, that server will be converted from ECC to S/4HANA. So that is one important challenges to provide training. So here we are having technical team. So that technical team will do the technical migration, so that whatever the things whatever the things we'll do in real time project, same thing we can experience over here. Okay, so that is what we'll cover over here. So after this training, we can work on any kind of greenfield implementation project. We can work on brownfield implementation project. We can work on support project related to S/4HANA. Any question over here? No question.
No, sir.
Sir, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, so HANA is the next version of ECC, sir, if my understanding is correct.
I'm not getting a question. Can you please come again?
No, no. So HANA is the advanced version
Yes,
of ECC, sir.
yes. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Hi, sir. Nandini here.
hi Nandini.
Good morning. Sir, what
Hi.
is the duration of this project?
We'll discuss. Okay. First, we'll go through what are the things we'll cover, how we'll cover this. Then we'll go through the duration, how much time it will take to complete it. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Then next,
Hi, sir, Sanket. Yeah, actually, just wanted to understand this SAP and this HANA is a different technology or it is a part of SAP. Like I'm not much aware about these things.
not means difference. It is the upgrade version of ECC. Earlier it was ECC. Now it is come up with S/4HANA. It SAP introduced it S/4HANA. So that we'll discuss in next slides. Okay.
Okay.
Then what are the added advantages to learn S/4HANA? What additional benefits you will get out of this training? So easy to switch your company. Suppose you are working somewhere else as a SAP SD consultant in ECC or S/4HANA support project, but you are not having very good knowledge, configurable knowledge, implementation knowledge for both Greenfield and Brownfield. Then after this training, if you are planning to switch from your company to another company, you are planning to change your company, then easy to switch your company. It will help to switch your company, because nowadays if we are having S/4HANA complete knowledge for both Greenfield implementation and Brownfield implementation, then you will be hired. Okay, so easy to switch your company. The next is you will get good hike on salary. We will get good hike on salary if we are having very good knowledge and experience on S/4HANA. The next is you will get more interview calls. We will get more interview calls. Then next is easy to get into the job. Suppose you are working somewhere else and you are on bench. If you are having knowledge, then definitely you will get the projects. So that we should plan to go for S/4HANA sessions. Then next, first, what are the things required to learn? S/4HANA. First, we have to have upgraded ECC server where all nodes will be applied. So before going to start our migration project, we'll start with migration project, then we'll go for Greenfield implementation. First, we'll start with Brownfield implementation project training, then we'll go for Greenfield implementation project training. Okay, so what required for ECC server? We need one ECC server where all SAP nodes applied. So all transaction will be available over there. All reports will be available there. So from reports we will execute, from program we will execute to check the consistency of our server, whether our server is ready for migration or not. If our server is not compatible, then we cannot go for the migration. So all ECC server you cannot use for migration. So first we have to make it stable. We have to apply all nodes. So we'll give this server to basis. Basis will apply all the nodes. Then we'll check whether all objects are available or not. Then we'll start our migration. First we'll do the configuration, pre-migration configuration from functional end. Then we'll convert our customer master and vendor master to business partner. And if it is converted, then we'll check the consistency. If any errors, then we have to solve the errors. Thereafter we'll do the migration, functional migration. Then we'll hand it over to technical consultant basis and ABAP to go for the technical migration. Okay, then our ECC server will be converted to S/4HANA server. So how it will be converted, I will show you. Then how will came to know that yes, this server is converted to S/4HANA. Then we need S/4HANA server. So in S/4HANA server, I'll teach you what are the changes we have in S/4HANA. So any idea what are the changes we have in S/4HANA? Anyone of you have any
I think
idea
for
about?
I think
So the master data has a change.
Yes, master data change. Then
I think
Credit
pricing
management.
pricing
when
Yeah, Manoj, we have
Great-
different
great
changes. First of all, the customer master is changed to the BP, and your rebate is changed to settlement management,
right,
and the credit management and the your risk management is coming to your FSCM. And there are some
correct,
tables also changed related to KNV, that is PRCD element, and all the business transactions like the tables. VBUK, VBUP, these tables are updated into your VBAK, VBAP, LIKP, LIKPS, and BBRK and BBRP tables. So these are the changes. And in S4HANA, we don't have the table in BBBS. Now we will have only BBBE table related to the ATP.
yes. So many changes we have in S/4HANA.
Yes.
So some delta
Yeah.
changes like some tables are eliminated in S/4HANA. Then your credit management move to the FSCM, right? And rebate process is replaced with settlement management. In S/4HANA, introduced BRF plus concept, that is a business rule framework. Then we are having
Yeah, exactly.
so MRP live T code is introduced. Then MB1C transaction code is eliminated. Here they introduce advanced ATP concept, right? Apart from this, some changes we have in pricing components. Pricing component like access sequence steps number increased. Then formula length has been increased to 7. Group condition routines has been increased to 7. Pricing element length has been pricing requirement length has been increased to 7. Pricing table K1B has been replaced to PRCD underscore elements, and some more changes are there, right? Document pricing procedure and customer pricing procedure length has been increased to 2. SD document category length has been increased to 4. Okay, the new transaction code introduced to release credit block, that is UQM underscore my underscore DCDS. BKPF and BKEG tables data will be stored in HEDOCA tables. Customer vendor has been changed to BP. So many changes we have. Okay, so here we will see. Then we will ask our technical team to develop the new Fiori apps. Then I will show you the uses of Fiori apps. I will create transactional data through Fiori apps and other functionalities. So these are the things which we have to have it. So majorly you will get S/4HANA server, but you will not get ECC server which is properly maintained. So that is the challenges which you will face in normal server. Okay, so let's see S/4HANA simple logistics. So what is S/4HANA? S stand for simple or suites. Fourth stand for fourth generation. HANA stand for high performance analytical appliance. So this is nothing but S for HANA. Okay. Then if we talk about the database, so major in technical side, major changes we have in database. So S/4HANA right now in SAP has its own database. In S/4HANA, SAP has own database that is used by HANA, HDB, HANA database, HDB, HDB, HANA database. But if we talk about the ECC server, if you go to ECC server and status, you will get the third party database. Here they have used Oracle, DB2, Sybase, SQL, MaxDB. But right now, SAP introduced its own database. Now they are using HDB database, HANA database. Earlier in ECC, they are using third party database. Some example of third party database is Oracle, DB2, Sybase, SQL, MaxDB. So now they are using their own database, that is HDB. And what are the version we have? Initially in the year 2015, in the month of March, they have introduced simple finance. Only they came up with finance in the year 2015 March. Then they have in same year 15th November 2015 November, they come up with core modules. SD, MM, FICO, PP, like this. They introduce the new version, that is 15 2015, and 11 is the month. They have introduced it all core modules. Initially, they have introduced only finance, then they come up with all core modules. Then in 2016 October, they have introduced the new version. Then every year they are introducing a new version. Then 2017 in the month of September, they have introduced another version. Then 2018 September, another version. 2019 September, they came up with a new version. Then 2020, then 2021, then 2022. Recently, in the month of October 2023 October, they came up with the new version of S/4HANA. So these are the version they have released. Okay. So what are the different types of project we have? So first we'll start with the brownfield migration, brownfield implementation. That is migration project. We can say it as a conversion project also. They are suppose client is using ECC. Now they want to convert it from ECC to S/4HANA. That is nothing but a brownfield implementation. We can say it as a migration project. Sometimes they are telling it as conversion project. Okay. Then Greenfield implementation, newly implementation project into SAP. They are not using initially. They are not using, client is not using SAP directly. They will implement S/4HANA. So that is new implementation project. Brownfield is client is using ECC. Initially they are using ECC. They will convert it from ECC to S/4HANA. Greenfield, They are not using any SAP. They are not using SAP directly. They will use SAP. So brownfield migration. So we have to do some pre-migration configuration. So when we'll go for conversion project, migration project, brownfield implementation project, first we have to do some pre-migration configuration. What we have to do? Pre-migration configuration. Okay. So mm, in pre-migration configuration, what we have to do here we'll see. Okay. So anyone having any idea what we have to do in pre-migration configuration? Any idea?
Yeah, like for pre-migration configuration from SD point of view, um, if you discussed like from customer master, whatever the customer master should be updated, like should be BP business partner, so that whenever we will convert our system from ECC to S4 HANA, so it will treated as a business partner in the S4 HANA.
Yes. So in pre-migration configuration, okay. So here a server will be ECC server and database will be DB2, Oracle, Sybase, or MaxDB, whatever it may be, SQL. So here we will use in ECC server. Can you please go on mute? In ECC server, we will use third-party server. Okay. Then here we have to do the pre-migration configuration. So what are the pre-migration configuration we have? We have to do the BP act. We have to go for BP activation step. Okay. Then in BP activation step, we have to activate creation of post-processing order, maintain synchronization object, activate PPO request for platform object in the dialog, then activate contact person. Then we have to define BP roles. Then we have to define number ranges and grouping, define grouping and assignment number range, field grouping. Then we have to configure field attributes for BP roles. Then we have to upgrade check reports. We are having two reports are there. One is can you please go on mute? Upgrade check report. We have to execute some report. That report is can you please go on mute? CVI underscore pre-check underscore upgrade. Then we are having one program also pre-check underscore upgradation underscore report. So we'll get the pre-check status result. Then define BP role for direction customer to BP. Then we have to execute consistency item check report. That report is SDF/RC underscore start underscore check. Here we'll if we'll find any kind of error, then we have to resolve those error. If we're not able to resolve this error, then technical consultant will not able to migrate from ECC to S4 HANA. Technical migration will not happen. So we have to resolve those errors. Then define number assignment for direction BP to customer. Then migrate customer to BP. Transaction code is MDS underscore load underscore copy. So some important configuration we have to do over here. Some important configuration we have to do over here. Can you please go on mute? Can you please go on mute? Which KJ, please go on mute. Okay. Then after this pre-migration configuration, after pre-migration configuration, we have to migrate all customers and vendor to BP. We'll execute one transaction code. Okay, we'll execute one transaction code after pre-migration configuration. We'll execute one transaction code that is MDS underscore load underscore cockpit, and we'll get the list what are the account groups we are using for our ECC server. Then we'll pass those account and we'll execute that transaction code MDS underscore load underscore cockpit. Then all customer and vendor will be migrated to business partner. If you go to BP and you will open one by one customer master, definitely successfully that will be converted to business partner. After this, When we'll complete migration all customer and vendor to business partner, then we'll hand over this server to technical team for technical migration, ABAP and basis. They will do technical migration. So in ECC server, now we are doing the activities in ECC server, and here database is DB2. So after technical migration, what we have to do, what we have to check first, after technical migration, database will be changed from third party database to HDB HANA database. HANA database. Okay. In HANA database, after technical migration, again we have to do some configuration. We have to do some post migration configuration. Then we have to do post migration activities. Post migration configuration, then post migration activities. Thereafter, we'll hand over the S/4HANA server to the client for their day-to-day transactions. So here we have to learn pre-migration configuration. Then we have to migrate all customer and vendor to BP. Then post-migration configuration. We have some post-migration configuration related to business partner. Then we have to configure credit management to FSCM. Then rebate settlement. Then advance ATP. Then BRF plus and some other small configuration in post-migration activity. Now, anyone is having any question over here? Please let me ask.
Yeah, Manoj, here I have one questions like whatever the customer we will convert to business partner, that's fine. But whatever the table level changes, let's say our my client is using ATP. So in traditional ECC, the table is getting updated VBBS and VBBE table, right?
I'll that
Now in
after
S4HANA, this
I got your question. So after SAP notes all new transaction codes, all new tables, and what are the
Mhm.
transaction code not in use, that will be absolute override. So that table will be
Okay,
updated.
so yeah, so from functional point of view, we no need to do anything in the pre-migration activity.
No need to do anything. And one
Okay.
technical team will give you a class on this
Okay, okay,
related
okay.
to technical migration. They will give
Mhm.
some classes to you in this training.
Okay, so that means whatever the table level changes as
Yes,
a
yes,
functional
yes.
consultant, we will not do any changes in our
No, no,
ECC system in
no,
the pre-migration
no,
activity.
no, no, nothing.
Okay, okay, yeah, okay, okay,
And
okay. Then that's fine. Yeah.
any other questions? Okay, fine. Then
Sir,
now
in our training, in sir, in our training, we will do post migration and pre migration both, no, sir.
both will
Whatever steps is.
both. So if you will see the result, then here I have uploaded one video on YouTube. So how I have migrated successfully. Here you can see.
So here I have to select
So this is
field name is Kunal.
this is the transaction
Click
code.
customer to business
Here I have
partner.
successfully
Then
converted
scroll down. Here you have to field
converted
name.
from
So
customer
I'll
to business partner. So without any configuration, it is not possible. Without proper configuration, it is not possible. Even if you try, it will not happen. After that, we'll do the post migration configuration. So we'll do end to end, just like ECC field by field. We have checked the functionality of field by field, step by step configuration. Same thing we'll do in S/4HANA. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Then next, after technical migration, now this is ECC server screenshot. Now they are using database as Oracle. After technical migration, it will be HDB HANA database. In database level, if you go to status and if you check, it will be converted from Oracle to HDB, Oracle or any third-party database to HDB. HDB stand for HANA database. Okay, so it will be upgraded from ECC to S4 HANA and third-party database to our HDB database. In Greenfield implementation, suppose client is using Oracle initially, they will implement S4 HANA directly. They are not using ECC. They are not using SAP ECC. They are using third-party ERP system, or they are not using any ERP system. Directly they will implement S4 HANA. That is Greenfield implementation project. That is Greenfield implementation project. Yes. Okay. So what is Greenfield implementation project? Configuring the client business process newly into SAP S4 HANA server. There is no conversion from ECC to S4 HANA. They are using directly S4 HANA server. Then we'll call this is called as a Greenfield implementation. Then what are the delta changes we have in S4 HANA? Customer master has been converted to business partner. Then vendor master has been converted to business partner. Credit management concept has been shifted to FSCM, financial supply chain management. So here I will show you both SD and FI configuration. So majorly in real time, finance consultant will do maximum setup on FSCM, but sometimes what happens, FI consultant is not having adequate knowledge on FSCM, then we will configure it. Okay. So here first I will teach you ECC, credit management, completely thoroughly along with the functionality. Then I will teach you FSCM, so that even we are having, suppose some of us are working in support project, so they are not having very good in-depth configuration knowledge on credit management, then it will be helpful for them if we'll go for ECC credit management in details, configuration along with the functionality of each and every field. Then I will explain FSCM along with the configuration and functionality testing. Then next is rebate management concept. Rebate management concept has been converted to settlement management. So again here what I will do, I'll teach you rebate management in ECC system. When we are comfortable in rebate management, then we'll go for settlement management in S4 HANA, so that you'll get the complete knowledge on ECC and S4 HANA. So you can explain in your interview what is the changes we have in ECC and S4 HANA related to rebate. Okay. Then output determination has been converted to BRF plus business rule framework. But here make a note, output determination we are having both configurations are available in S4 HANA. One is whatever we have done in max configuration in ECC. Either you can use NSE, whatever we are using in ECC, or you can go for BRF plus. You can go for BRF plus based on our client requirement. So here directly I'll teach you BRF plus. It is easy as compared to our ECC. BRF plus I feel it is easy. Okay. Then next is advanced ATP. Many functionality has been added over here related to material determination, material replacement. So we'll do end-to-end configuration on advanced ATP and we'll check the functionality of each and every field, just like ECC. In ECC, we have checked all the configuration setup for availability check, GATP. Same way, we have to cover AATP, advanced ATP in S4 HANA. Then in ECC, we are using LSMW tool to upload the data, to upload the master data and transactional data. Here we'll use LTMC. Instead of LSMW, here we'll use LTMC. Okay. Here, what is the
Yes, sir.
full form of LTMC? Any idea?
Legacy data migration config.
Legacy transfer migration cockpit. Legacy transfer migration cockpit. What the full form of LSMW?
Legacy system migration plan.
Legacy system migration
Yeah, it's a
workbench.
system migration workbench.
Yes.
Yeah.
So tables, some tables has been changed. So here we will discuss the list of tables. What are the tables is not available and what are the tables changed. What are the fields of table have been merged to another one table. Okay. Then field length changes. Some field, the length of some fields has been increased. So what are the fields? The length has been increased. We'll discuss. Then majorly here we'll talk about the theory apps. So our technical team is there. We'll ask them to develop some theory apps and we'll use the theory apps, how to create transactional data through theory apps and all will discuss. So majorly these are the changes which we have in S4 HANA. Then brownfield migration problem. In brownfield migration, we have ECC server, and in ECC server we have database would be third-party database, DB2, Oracle, Sybase, SQL, or some other third-party database we'll have in ECC server. In ECC server, as we discussed, we have to do some pre-migration configuration before convert our customer and vendor to business partner. We have to do some pre-migration configuration, then pre-migration activities, then migrate customer and vendor to business partner. We will execute one transaction code is there, that is MDS underscore load underscore cockpit. So if we'll pass our account group or customer number, if we'll execute this, then if our configuration is okay, if you don't have any functional errors related to any cross-functional module, either it is FICO, MM, PP, CO, whatever it may be, if all errors have been resolved, okay, then system will allow to go for the functional migration. When we do the functional migration, all customers and vendors will be converted to business partner. Okay, and then we'll hand over this server to Basis and ABAP, our technical team, for technical migration. When they will do the technical migration, S/4HANA, that ECC server will be converted to S/4HANA server. Then after this technical migration, again we'll start our configuration. We have to do post migration configuration, then post migration activities. Okay, we have to do post migration configuration and post migration activities. Then all setup will be done. Then we'll hand over it to the. Then we'll go for testing. If everything is working fine, then we'll get a BVP sign up. Thereafter, we hand over the S/4HANA server to our client for day-to-day transaction. So any doubt in this question, in this slide? Anyone is having any doubt, any queries?
So, sir, for example, other than customer master,
Hmm.
in SD, we have any other topic which is related to pre-migration activity?
No. First, we have to convert the master data. Thereafter, we'll go for the post migration configuration. In post migration configuration, we'll do the configuration for changes. Example, credit management, FSCM, rebate management, settlement management. That we'll do in post migration configuration steps. Okay.
Okay.
So, Manoj sir,
Yes.
Manoj sir, so 80% is, let's just say, in a GPP. Only we can say is 20% for HANA changes. Am I correct, sir?
Correct. Correct. If you know,
And, sir, okay, sorry, sir, please.
yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
No, sir, I'm just asking, just in the general trend, like in future, will the ECC will be closed and will be doing only HANA,
Yes.
or will also continue with ECC?
No. In future, SAP will stop giving support to ECC. Okay. But I got your question where you have asked this question. So directly you cannot learn S/4HANA. So First we have to learn ECC. Then we'll go for S4 HANA. So if you know the ECC, then it will be easy, and it is 20% changes on ECC platform. Okay.
But even though it's support implementation, we are just going
See,
for ECC.
in ECC, if you go for support project, and suppose after this ECC training, you will get they can allocate in support project. So without any training, I'll tell you, without any training, you can handle the support project. Without S4 HANA training, you can handle the support project. Okay, you can handle the support project.
Okay.
So S4 HANA training is not required.
Okay.
But if you
Okay,
go,
sir.
but if you go for greenfield implementation and migration, HANA training is required. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Then first we'll discuss S4 HANA greenfield implementation project.
Sir, sir, one doubt, sir. Sir, what about material master, sir? You told only customer and vendor. Now, what about material master in ECC, sir?
Material master not required conversion. Material, there is no changes on material master. Just in material master,
Okay.
length has been changed. In ECC, maximum length for material master was 18 digit. Now it is 40 digit. Apart from this, there is no other changes of material master from our end. Okay. Then greenfield implementation. In greenfield implementation, we have to do the BP configuration, credit management configuration, that is FSCM, BRF loss, business rule framework. We'll do the settlement management. Then we'll do advanced APP available to promise. We'll upload the data through LTMC. Then we'll talk about the Fury apps. Okay. Then all other changes in S4 HANA. So these are the things which we are going to cover in our greenfield implementation project. Okay. So greenfield implementation project. Then
Sir, LT mom one
yeah,
also there, no, sir.
that
LT mom.
that will cover in LTMC. Okay. That will cover in LTMC. So first I'll give overview on customer master. We'll see what customer master we have in ECC. Then I will go for business partner. Then credit management in ECC. Then we'll go for settlement management, rebate management. Then we'll go for the settlement management. So this is FSC. This is not settlement management. This is FSC. FSC. So both will do ECC and S4 HANA. Then we are having some let's see technical. This is not for our functional consultant, but for your information, what are the disadvantages which we have in third-party database. So in ECC, we means they used third-party database. So what are the disadvantages of third-party database? We'll discuss. So limited RAM capacity. This is technical things. As a functional consultant, this is not required for you, but just for your information. So limited RAM capacity. So in ECC, RAM capacity is very limited. At the time of developing this third-party database, we'll have limitation on RAM capacity. So in S4 HANA, they have worked on RAM capacity. Okay. Some development is there in RAM capacity. So here we are having limited RAM capacity. If we are having limited RAM capacity, then what will happen? Whenever we are dragging any reports or any data from tables, then it will take much time. They will go to when we'll save this transaction, or whenever we'll drag the reports or data from the table, then system will take the data from hard disk drive. System will not access directly. System will not able to access RAM due to limited RAM capacity. System will extract the data from HDD, hard disk drive. Then it will take time. Performance will be performance will be very low. Sometimes what happens? So if you are working, then you can understand. If we will execute the report for 6 months or 1 year, then we cannot execute in foreground. We have to execute in background. It will take time to get the data due to this limited RAM capacity. Data will be system will extract the data directly from HDD. If system can able to access the data from RAM itself, then we will get the live data, and it will take very less time to extract any kind of reports or data from the database table. Okay. So here data will be stored in HDD, hard disk drive. Here data will not stored in RAM. Here data will be stored in HDD. If you want to extract the data or any reports or any data from database table, then system has to go to database HDD and update all the data and extract the data from hard disk drive. So performance will be very slow. So if you are working both ECC and S4 HANA server, then you can experience that performance is very high in S4 HANA, right? Am I correct? So here data will be
Yes.
saved, right? So here data will be saved in row-based storage, row-based data storage. So if we save the data, whatever you are creating, suppose you are creating one sales order or master data, that data will be stored in row-based data storage. If data will be stored only on row-based data storage, then extraction of data will be very slow. Extraction of data will be very slow in row-based table or data storage. So in S4 HANA, whenever we'll do any transaction, whenever we'll do anything, that will be saved in row base. Initially that will be saved in row base, and immediately in background that will be that will be stored in column base as well, in compressed mode, zip compressed mode. Right. So we'll discuss what is we will discuss about the S4 HANA, how it is saved in row based and converted to column based in compressed format. Their complex data model was there in ECC. Complex data model means, so if you have if you can remember, some fields is saved in multiple tables due to limited RAM capacity. Similar fields are available in multiple tables, right? Status of sales order, that has been available in header table as well as status table. Same fields are available in multiple tables. Why? Why we have multiple tables for the same fields? Because limited RAM capacity. That is called as complex data model. So that again it impact to the performance. So that in S4 HANA, some tables, some fields of the tables have been merged to another table, and that table has been eliminated permanently in S4 HANA. So in ECC we are having complex data model, then reactive data model here. Complex data model means due to limitation of RAM capacity, there are so many tables, unnecessary tables are eliminated. Unnecessary tables have been eliminated from this. Same data will be updated. Suppose you are creating sales order. some common fields are there, common data are there. Same data will be operated in multiple tables. That's why they have designed like this because of limitation of RAM capacity. Limitation of RAM capacity. So in S4HANA, some tables are eliminated. So that we are this is one parameter to have the good performance in S4HANA server. Then next is reactive data model. What is reactive data model? Some of the report or transaction will not get data live. Suppose we are executing one report, if we are having numbers of entries are there, then we are not getting that report or data from the table immediately. That means here in ECC we cannot get the live data immediately. So we have to execute the report in the background. Suppose one report, suppose one sales report is there, suppose one BI report is there, and management is asking to provide the report for 6 months or 1 year. 6 months or 1 year. Then we have to execute this in background. We have to execute this in background, and it will take time to get the data. Hence, we can say that reporting is very slow in third-party database. It is reactive data model. Reactive data model means we cannot get the live data. Some of reports we cannot get the live data here, but in S4HANA you can get the live data. Okay. So these are some disadvantages of third-party database. Then extraction of data from table and report is very slow due to this above parameters. Limited RAM capacity, data will be stored in HDD only, row-based data storage, complex data model, reactive data model, so that extraction of data from database table and reports is very slow. We can execute report which is having numbers of entries in background only. We cannot access in foreground. Then what are the advantages of database, HANA database? What is the advantages of HANA database, HDB database? It is in-memory processing. So in-memory processing means what? In ECC, data has been saved only in hard disk drive, not in RAM. But here data will be stored in HDD, and whatever the data we have in HDD, that will be stored in RAM as well. So replica of hard disk drive will be stored in RAM as well. So in memory processing, data will be stored in both hard disk drive and RAM. When we extract the data, every time we need to go to HDD in ECC, and we'll extract the data from HDD. So it was taking time in ECC. So here system can access RAM directly, and we can get the live data immediately, because in ECC data was stored only on HDD, but here system here we are here data stored in both hard disk drive and RAM, and whenever we are extracting any reports or data, system directly extract from RAM, because replica of HDD saved in RAM as well. That is in memory. In memory means simple thing. Here data saved in RAM as well, along with HDD. System stored the data in RAM as well, because in ECC we can save the data in HDD, but here we can save the data in both HDD. You can means data will be stored automatically in HDD and RAM. So row based and column based storage. So if you remember, in ECC data was stored only on row based storage, but here data will be stored in row based, and in backend data will be stored in column based as well, in compressed mode. Whenever Okay. Whenever we save the transaction, row based will be faster. Whenever we'll save the data, row based will be faster, and whenever we'll extract the data, column based will be faster. So in ECC, whenever we are saving any data, immediately it got saved because it is column based storage, row based storage. So row based storage is what? Whenever we'll save any transaction, row based will be faster. Whenever we'll extract the data, column based will be faster. So in S4 HANA, we are extracting the data very immediately and we are getting the live data. Simplified data model. In simplified data model, in ECC, we are having complex data model. In ECC, in S4 HANA, we are simplified data model. Unnecessary table has been eliminated. Then we'll get the faster reporting. Okay, faster reporting. Then here we have proactive data model. In HANA database support OLAP and OLTP. So what is OLTP and OLAP? OLTP stand for online transactional processing. OLAP online analytical processing. Online analytical processing. So OLTP and OLAP will help to run the transaction and report immediately. You can get the live report. So OLTP and OLAP in technical terms, it will help to get the data immediately. That means we can get the live data. Yeah. So these are the technical terms, technical advantages and disadvantages of ECC and advantages of HANA database. Then steps in migration project. So what are the steps we have in migration project? So in migration project, basis consultant will apply the notes. Then only our ECC system is ready for the migration. Here, application means server is ECC and the database is Sybase or any third-party database, Sybase, Oracle, DB2, SQL, whatever. Okay. Then what are the configuration we have to do? BP activation steps, define BP roles, define BP number ranges, define BP groupings, field mappings for both customer and business partner. Then assign customer account group to BP grouping, assign customer account groups to BP roles. We have to run upgradation check report. So any idea what is the upgradation check report? Any idea? No idea? Okay, fine, no problem. So we have to use upgradation check report. Through upgradation check report, we can get the configuration details. If we are having any error, then we can get the error over here. Okay. So that report name is upgradation check report is we are having one report that is CVI underscore pre-check underscore upgrade, and we are having one program as well. That program name is pre-check underscore upgradation underscore report. Okay, in this report we have to execute to check the configuration. Then we have to run simplification check report. In consistency check report or item check report, if we have error and return code is greater than 7, if return code is greater than 7, then we have to resolve this error, or else we cannot go for the technical migration. Technical migration will not happen. So here we'll get some SD error, we'll get some error, we'll get some sorry FI error, we'll get some cross functional errors. So we have to resolve those errors. Okay. Thereafter, so what is the run simple check report? That is SDF/RC underscore start underscore check. So that is the report which we have for simplification check. Okay. Then after this, we have to migrate customer from customer and vendor to BP. So these are the pre-migration configuration we have to perform. Then after this, suppose we have converted customer to vendor. So how I have converted customer to vendor? You just go through this. Okay, go through this session. It is around 16 minutes only. I have used this report MDS underscore load underscore cockpit. After configuration, I have successfully migrated it to business partner. Okay, then we'll give the server to basis team for technical migration. Okay, they will do technical migration. Their server will be as per HANA server, and database will be HDB HANA database. Okay, then we have to do the post migration configuration. Post migration configuration is we have to do the activation BP step, BP configuration for direction customer master to business partner, migrate credit master, migrate condition master, configuration of credit management, configuration of BRF plus output, configure settlement management. Then we have to do configure advanced ATP. Okay. So these are the post migration configuration. Then step in migration project. So landscape. So first, whatever we have the data in production server, we have to replicate all the data, and we have to create basis will create one sandbox. Okay. So whatever the data we have, it will be the replica of production server. Then basis will apply all the nodes, pre-migration configuration TR. So here we'll do some configuration. Okay, pre-migration configuration. Then we have to migrate customer to business partner. So here we'll do configuration. So we'll get the transport request number. Then technical migration. Sandbox will be migrated to new sandbox in S/4HANA. After that, we have to do post migration configuration. We have to migrate credit master. We have to migrate condition master. Then after UAT sign up. Okay, we'll get the UAT sign up. Then same thing they will do, apply basis node. They will move the TR transport request, whatever the configuration we have in sandbox, they will move it to development server. Then here also again, this is not required. Okay, here this is not required because we don't have master data. Then they will do the technical migration. This is not required. There is the technical migration, and we'll get the development server in that development server will be converted to S/4HANA server. Then here we'll move all the TR. So whatever the configuration we have done here, then they will move the TR to here, migrate credit master, migrate condition master, UAT sign up. Same thing we have to do in quality and production server. Okay, so do you have any question? Please ask.
Sir, Deepankar this side.
Yes, Deepankar.
Sir, I want to talk to you separately about this training.
Okay,
So when will you be free?
call me after this session. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Sir, hello.
Yes, hello.
Suresh here.
Yes, sir.
Sir, so after this, we'll continue with HANA for our batch 93,
Yes,
or
yes,
we
yes.
still
We'll discuss.
complete ECC.
We'll discuss. Any technical question you have, then let me know. We'll discuss that.
Oh, acha. Okay, okay. Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Anything, if you have any question, then please ask.
Sir, when will start this batch, sir? Tomorrow or next week?
We'll start from the Tuesday. Wednesday.
Daily or weekend, sir?
We'll discuss. Okay. But we'll plan 6 hours a week. 6 hours a week. Okay. Any other question? So
That it will good if we can start if we have daily daily class at least 1 hour or 2 hours. I'm just suggest.
Yeah, we'll do this. We'll discuss on time and all. Okay.
So tomorrow we have class or what's that?
Our team will update you by today evening, all along with all details. It will be fine.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Yeah, that's fine.
Sir, about class time also
Yeah,
means.
yeah. Yes. We'll update you. Okay. So if
Okay.
you don't have any question, then we are good to close this call. Any queries, any questions, any doubt, then please reach out to me. Okay. So thank you so much for attending this session. Have a great day.
Nice
And sir,
presentation, sir.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, sir. Thank you
sir,
so much.
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank you.
my email ID is not registered, sir. I'm not getting any update.
Okay. You text me. I'll update your email. Okay.
Okay, okay. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.